Hi everyone, Flaming Footy here and welcome back to the new viewer on the channel. And today guys, here we are to continue my AFL 23 Adelaide Crows, my coach crew mode. In today's episode, here we are to play Sydney at the Adelaide Oval, first versus third. It is going to be a huge clash, this one, you do not want to miss it. Saturday twilight, absolutely massive game. But anyway, though, you haven't gone ahead and checked out last week's episode, please go ahead and do so now, because I'm about to spoil it here. So last week was a draw, the second draw of this season, not for us, the whole entire season. We drew with Brisbane 14-9-93 Brisbane to 14-9-93 Adelaide. Now the last time we had another draw, which was this one, Port Adelaide and Collingwood, they both drew as well. So yeah, that's the second draw this whole season for the whole season. And of course it does throw changes into the ladder and all of that, which we'll be going through stakes in just a moment. Now this week, of course there's some huge clashes, and our clash with Sydney is one of them. And then next episode we'll be taking on West Coast in the final episode, well, not the final episode, but the final episode of the regular season. Before then we will be moving on to finals, because yes, it's confirmed we will be making finals. So this week again, same team, none of our players have been injured. I was thinking, so we're going to leave Jones, our forward line. I like the look of our forward line. Just checking some overalls and rankings and all that. But yeah, Nick Murray's only the real low one. What have we got on here? Show 82, 83 Murphy, 77 Parnell, 82 Hinge, 76 Pedler. What is McHenry if he's back from injury? Is he back from injury, Ned McHenry? He's not, unfortunately, because otherwise he would be. He's the one which I'm waiting to bring back in to the team, Ned McHenry. I think, he'd be a great addition to the team, and I think he'd probably go in as sub for Pedler. So I think Pedler and Murphy are probably the two on the lines of being dropped. But aside from that, we're on a really good winning streak, and we're just going really well. So unchanged again. Now we go to the fixtures which have already happened this round, and Brisbane defeated Collingwood by 19, Richmond defeated North by 8, and Essendon defeated the Giants by 6. So very good round, and look, this one should be good. Gold Coast Carlton 14th versus 16th, and then St Kilda Geelong, that is not going to be great. Dogs and Eagles 10th versus 18th, probably not great either. Freo Port and Melbourne. Freo Port will be a good one, then Melbourne Hawthorn, probably not the greatest. So this is looking like a really good round, and of course there's a lot of those teams that are still outside the top 8, which will be interesting to see as well. But look, this is a big clash. We go to stakes now, and look, if we need to win the game if we're any hope of top 2, but should the Cats win against St Kilda, and our top 2 hopes are gone. But of course if we lose this game, we're not making top 2 either, so it is pretty important. And well, Sydney, they're still vying for that first place, or how much they would like that, to finish first, minor premiers, and have a home qualifier, which they will already have, but have a home qualifier at the SCG, probably verse 4th would be their preference rather than verse 3rd. And then of course we've got Collingwood, Melbourne, Richmond and Essendon. Well, actually no, we've only got Melbourne that are at our tails, because Collingwood have already played their game. Melbourne, their result is still going to be just as important. You think they win. Anyway though, it is time to go to round 23 now. This is going to be a belter of a clash. Select uniforms. Now Sydney do normally wear like a heritage or a clash, so we'll put them in their clash. But wow, oh boy, this is going to be a huge game at the Adelaide Oval. You do not want to miss it. First versus third. Here we go. I'll see you guys at the Adelaide Oval for Adelaide versus Sydney. See you there. Alright, looking forward to this clash. This is a big one, and we would love to test ourselves against the best. This is the only time this year that we're playing Sydney as well, unless if we meet them again in the finals. But in terms of the regular season, this is the only time that we are playing them this year. So it's always good to test ourselves against a really good team. We're at home, and Sydney have won the toss. Again, win not a huge factor, but you'd probably want to be going to the left, which they have. We normally like to go to the left, so they've won something, and they've started well here of Sydney. Here we go, we're underway. Huge clash. Top of the table, we're underway. It's a beautiful play to start off the day. Went from one end of the ground to the other. Thilthorpe's got 34 goals for the year. He makes it 35. Been all down our end early. And we make a statement with the opening 2. The wide 50, Reid. Went through everyone's hands, but Reid still collected it, and the finish was amazing from Sam Reid. Justin McInerney, in he comes, and he makes no mistake for Sid. Good job there. Smith! Huge hang. And it is quarter time. So 18-14 at the first change. Look, not great. We missed so many of our shots. But yeah, there's the stats. But look, we missed a lot of our shots. 2 goals, 6-18 to 2 goals, 2-14. So, in all honesty, we've had our chances. We've had really good looks at goal as well. Just haven't quite been able to convert. And I mean, look, this could be 4 goals, 3, 5 goals, 2. We could be up by a fair way more than what we are. So we've definitely left the door open, and we need to try and have a very competitive second term and a dominant one with more accuracy. Boarded in. This is risky. Thilthorpe's going to pump it back onto the hill. Ryan Clark, only the 1 tackle today, but he makes his opportunity count. The SA boy Dylan Stevens, in he comes. And I mean, to come back and squeeze through. Murray fists it away. Straight down for Heaney, I think. And that is half time. It'll be a behind. So we're down at half time. Adelaide 3-7-25 to Sydney 4-3-27. They're up by 2. What a game it has been so far. So that quarter they were the better team. Really easy to say that. Again, only the 1 behind that quarter, but only the 1 goal as well. And clearance is even 8-8, which is better. We've won some clearance against a relatively good Sydney midfield as well. Thilthorpe's kicked 2 goals. He's been huge from the forward line. But yeah, these are all the stats. And yeah, we're gonna have to focus on get ready for the second half, because the first quarter was really good, but again missed some really gettable opportunities in really quickly. And now we can see that the scoreboard has definitely hurt us. So we need to have a really strong second half here. Our home fans are supporting us, and look, it's a big blockbuster clash, and Sydney are a good side for a reason. This one's probably going to be a bit low scoring, but here we go. Second half, Adelaide Oval, we're underway. Huge clash this one. So O'Brien wins a hit out. Mitch Hinge. This is an area that we excel in though. Our set shots, dead straight. Got Papley being quiet. Papley gave it to Michael Laney. And we're on the line. We'll work it out, and we'll save ourselves. Jones. So now I saw that we had an extra man in the middle. Sloan. We did that one really well. Got an extra number here. The man is Darcy Fogarty. He's our extra number. He lines it up. Don't be missing that. He doesn't. The Fog doesn't miss stuff like that. 2 in a row. Up by 11. Opportunity that they'll have all day. In fact, if not all day, all year. So Heaney been relatively quiet today, but this would tie the scores 40 apiece. So Riley Thilthorpe happy to take on the drop punt from this angle. In he comes. Looks pretty good. Back in front by 6. Rowbottom came through. Heaney, it's his time again. 2 goals for Isaac Heaney. There's the equaliser again. Seesawing contest at the Adelaide Oval. Hinge from the impossible. No, you are kidding me. Mitch Hinge. That should be impossible. You should not be able to do that. That is one of the goals of the year. It's going to be a tackle, McInerney. And that is 3/4 time. So very good end to a very good quarter there. It was a bounce back quarter again. We still did kick the 4 behinds, but way better quarter that time. And look, we're in this game. We want to win it. And aside from 50-minute penalties, where they've unfortunately enough gotten 3, it's been really even. Clearance 13-13. Brilliant area of the game, which we've done a good job. Inside 50s 19-21. So again, really even there. Freeze against 7-5. So pretty even there as well. And then what else have we got? Both sides have scored 8 goals. It's just been the behinds, which have been the real different factor. So again, we have had more shots on goal than they have, but it has been pretty even, and we did lead most of that quarter. It has been a bit of a back and forth game, but this is, you do not want to miss the end of this episode. We've got a belter coming up here at the Adelaide Oval. Belter coming up, you do not want to miss it. Adelaide 8-11-59 to Sydney 8-4-53. Here we go, final term, we're underway. Huge clash this one, and well, Sydney, they're going to be the one to get the first centre clear and need somebody to step up here. Both sides will need somebody to stand up in this last term, because the other's going to come really hard. Lockie Murphy's had a really tough year this year. In and out of the team pretty much, but he makes his mark. McInerney. He loves that. 1 point game. Isaac Heaney, a 6-game winning streak on the line here, and Heaney has curled that back to perfection. It's Riley O'Brien. He goes inside 50 now. Lockie Murphy, outsized, outmarked, outplayed. So Isaac Heaney, huge moment in this game here for Sydney. Can he convert? He can. 11 points with a little under 10 minutes game time to go. Taylor Walker, he just barrels it long. He tried to get the ball moving forward. Isaac Rankin cannot waste any time. Here we go. 5 points back in the contest again. Josh Rochelle could be to win the game. Josh Rochelle has got it there. A huge moment in this game, and we lead it. Back underway in the middle. Warner out the middle. One last roll of dice here for Sydney. They need to take it on. They need to take it on quickly. All this time they wasted could hurt them. And there's your siren. We can't let it score. We don't. And it's another miracle. It is a 1-point win for all ages. Another classic. Week after week we keep winning the close ones. And we win it due to Josh Rochelle, who nearly missed and nearly didn't have the trip. And they had one chance just then, and we still got beaten out of clearance. It was way better around clearance, I must admit. 50 in-style 50s, 25-31, so we did lose that area, but we took it up to one of the best in the comp. We took it up to one of the best in the comp, and we won it against one of the best in the comp. Heaney was huge, and Thilthorpe as well with the 4 goals, but to know that we took it up and beat one of the best in the competition is huge. And I mean, this was at the SCG, would have been a lot harder. But what a season has been. And we go favourites, obviously, next week against West Coast. But it was another really good last quarter where we did not kick a single behind. We took our opportunities, and Josh Rochelle late, the match-winning goal. Oh, how good was that? They had a chance. They had to go quick, and the siren just beat them in the end. But enjoy this one. This is one of the best of the year. A 1-point classic at the Adelaide Oval, to say the least. That is one of our best wins of all time. One of the best wins this coach career mode. One of the wins of the year. One of the best wins ever on this channel. No doubt about it. Sydney led pretty much the whole term and got themselves out to a nice little lead late. But in the end, we just managed and we just know how to come back. And let's just go next. Top 2's not out of reach. Especially if Geelong lost. Did they lose? They lost. Top 2 not out of reach. Top 2 is not out of reach. What an upset this is, by the way. Top 2 is not out of reach. 13-13 killed the Cats in the end, but top 2. And West Coast got the win over the Dogs. Now that's another big win for them, and they actually go in with a win to our clash. So we've won 7. Top 2, still an opportunity because we don't want to be playing away the Cats. They've got the Dogs this week, Geelong. A Dogs outfit that would be very disappointed, and that final spot in the top 8 as well is all up for grabs as well. It's all down to Port Adelaide that can make it, and because the percentage of Brisbane is poor, North, the Dogs and Port will fight out for that spot. That is who can get that spot, so that'll be an interesting finals race. We've got Brisbane, North, Dogs and Port. So Brisbane are playing St Kilda, North are playing the Suns, the Doggies are playing the Cats, and Port are playing the Tigers. So there's some very interesting games there which will decide who will finish 8th. 6th, 7th, 5th and 4th might shuffle around. And we're playing West Coast next week in Perth at Optus Stadium to finish off our year. 50 goals for Walker, 38 for Thilthorpe. That's the Coleman race. Walker will win that. He hasn't been great as of late, but we've still been finding ways to win without him. And just have a look at that. Absolute legend there. Absolute legend win with all of our playing group They all deserved it. And 77-76. We keep on getting it done. We'll have a look at our 7-game winning streak now. How's it started? So where did it start? Giants. It wouldn't have started there. When was our last loss? Where are we there? It would have been about here. I think our last loss was against Collingwood. So then we beat North by 25 to figure in these episodes. Beat Essendon by 5. Beat the Giants by 18 in a close one. And then we beat the D's by 26 in a relatively close game. Beat Port in the showdown by 12. Beat the Suns by 7, which was a brilliant comeback from 26 points down the last term to win. And then we had a draw against Brisbane. So I mean, essentially, you can't really call that a win. But again, though, you can take it. Take your pick of that one. And then another really nice win there over Sydney, a win which we had to fight hard for. And now next week we are playing the final game of the year against West Coast at Perth, and hoping that we can get a win to try and make top 2. Anyway, that's going to wrap up today's episode. What a win it was, a 1-point win. We've earned these wins though. We have earned them, and we are right in the mix for top 2. We're one of the best teams in the competition at the moment. In fact, probably the best team as of late. Anyway, though, what a win that is. Next episode is going to be the final home and away game of the year before we move on to finals. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you guys next another video on the channel. Thank you guys so much. Inspire everyone. Flame Footy out.